You guys will not believe what we just picked up. Follow me. Got ourselves freaking 1985 Fiero Lamborghini. My dad's truck always coming in clutch. He is the OG transporter on this channel. He's the one that came with me to LA to pick up the Lamborghini. If you guys remember that, all that time ago. So today we are going to pick up a unfinished project that somebody started and didn't finish. It's a replica Lamborghini Countach. It seems like a pretty rare find, so I figured we'd just jump on it right now today. Depending on how good it looks or how bad it looks, $6,900 is what he's asking. Doesn't seem like much for such a interesting project, and I feel like you could sell it for a little bit more than that after the fact. So anyway, we're gonna get over there. It's about an hour away from us. Maybe we'll pick up Lord Curt on the way, maybe we won't. That's pretty much it. Let's get to it. So we hit the road about 7 p.m. hoping to get there before the sun went down, since we knew there'd be a lot to look at when we got there. It worked out that we picked up Lord Curt on the way. Drove past AutoZone, a place I knew we'd be spending a lot of time if we bought this build project. Since the Fiero Lamborghini was in Tulare, California, about an hour and a half away from us, we had a good amount of time to research the Fiero chassis, the horsepower numbers of the Toyota mid-engine V6, and the overall kit car conversion, the prices they can sell for, and everything in between. That being said, there's only so much you can actually research. Since these Facebook Marketplace deals, you don't know the person who's selling it or the actual condition it will be in when you get there. And let me tell you, it was way worse than the photos when we got there. The car was in pieces when we got there, and what was assembled was very poorly done. Bro decided to hose down the car, inside and out.
There's a lot of water in here.
Oh, I just wet it, hosed it down right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hosed it down right now.
With exposed electrical modules, upholstery seats, everything. All of it was soaked. As if that would make the car look better and sell for more? I have no idea. Anyway, the seller didn't seem like a bad guy, but there was a story for everything wrong with the car. I'll just let you listen.
It's a cool project. Once they're done, I seen them go for 30, 35.
Yeah.
A nice, complete finished one. There's a custom windshield for the front. The guy that had it was a guy that his parents had money, and he was putting all kinds of money into it. He bought it looking sort of nice, and he started doing his own custom work to it. So his idea was that this thing was supposed to go all the way in here
and then create a vent.
Yeah, so I guess he was supposed to get an airflow or something like that. So when I
just
got
kicked it in.
Yeah, so we actually purchased it in Hollywood. The guy had it there, and then so the original way it's supposed to go, it's this, how it's fixed over here. But he had this side all cut up as well as how the other side is.
Gotcha. And then you just basically told the shop to
Fiberglass this back together.
The listing said run and drive, everything is here. So we went ahead and tried to fire it up.
Trash anyways, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So whoever's replacing
did you get the dashboard for it?
So it's gonna keep the same dashboard. It's just gonna get a fiberglass kit over it.
Gotcha.
Not. I would fix it, to tell you the truth. If I had someone.
Okay, hold on. I'll try giving it gas while you do it as well.
All right, give it a run.
And when it wouldn't run, he said this.
We put a little starter fluid. That's why this is open right here. Because that's how I told you that the fuel pumps. I guess what the mechanic had told me that it was losing power. So we put a little starter fluid. Let me see if he has it right there.
It wouldn't surprise me if it
I
is.
think that he was expecting it never to get to this point, so you could just say, "Oh, it runs. I know it runs."
I know, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Because he would have had the starter fluid out here if he knew.
He didn't want to prove it. When someone always says to tell you the truth, it makes me really worried.
To tell you the truth. Anyways, to tell you the truth. I mean, to tell you the truth. Tell you the truth.
He says that a lot.
Yeah, I just love that they welded like a poor weld job out of that rod right over the old air filter. With no intention of ever taking anything out, because you can't take anything out.
Well, I guarantee the engine. I mean, it works. 100%.
You know where your brother's at? Is he on his way
Yeah, he's
still?
on his way.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
sorry about that. He called
How far away does he?
It's all good.
How far away does he live?
He lives in Porterville, so it's probably like 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah,
He left like not too long ago.
Is it a clean title as well?
It's a clean title, yeah.
I'm assuming it's a strut for the passenger?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The thicker wheel in the back and the thinner wheel.
Yeah, I just want to just do a head count what kind of parts I would need to get.
And most of these parts, I mean, you can find on Marketplace and stuff like that.
Do you have the lights? Are they wired in at all, or is it just...
Yeah, I think the middle part turned on. Not too sure about the blinkers, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
But the middle part was lighting up when we did move it.
All right. The seller off camera told me that it's a 1986 Fiero GT model, which has more horsepower than the base model, and that it's low mileage, which is why the original owner started the conversion, because it's a good base to start off of. But I did a VIN check afterwards, and looking at the odometer afterwards, I saw that it's a 1985 Fiero with 221,000 miles on it. And it's the base model, not the GT. Nice.
To tell you the truth, anyways, to tell you the truth,
This car looks pretty fitting for you, Lord Curt.
Yeah, it does.
Would you drive it?
As it were.
You put it back to stock. Anyway, took his brother almost 2 hours to get there, and he didn't have the title. And after the purchase, I never did end up getting it. Last title issued to the car was a Washington title, so chances are it had been lost for years. All I got was a handwritten bill of sale.
a little more back.
But despite the horrible condition and the unknown story of the car, I went full send and just bought the thing. Money can be earned, but it's not every day you see a project like this pop up near you. I was absolutely stoked about this buy. I just wish people could be more honest and upfront about it. So the Lamborghini Fiero Countach Pontiac was officially ours. We loaded it up onto the truck with the help of everybody there, but it just barely fit. It is a lot wider than it looks. And we couldn't even get the rear wheels past the fender on the trailer. Doesn't look good for a long time. Definitely some good vibes on the way home. I was excited for the project, and I knew if it was worse than I expected, it would sell again for at least the same price I bought it for in its same current condition. It was a crazy feeling having a Lamborghini Countach, or at least something that looks just like it, on the trailer behind us. Guarantee you, anyone passing us on the freeway had never seen that before. Doesn't look like much now, but it will be cool eventually. Here she is. We got the pro truck driver here. I'm gonna back this sucker all the way up right here to the gate, and we're gonna push it all the way through. You had it pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
you could have. Oh, you think so? I got you.
We need to have it down this low.
Yeah.
And then it'll come right off without scraping anything on the.
It looks like the coolest Matchbox car I've ever seen.
It's gonna be sweet, dude. All right, so the Lamborghini Fiero made it back to our house safely. Here it is, safe and sound. I do need to get a car cover for it because it doesn't have windows, and we are entering rainy season. So real quick, let's just do a once-over walk around of this thing, see its current condition and everything before we actually tear into it. First off, you guys have not seen much of the interior yet. So here is the interior. Obviously, they tore basically the entire thing out. Apparently, they were getting ready for like a fiberglass insert for like the dash and everything. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to convert this back to actual Fiero dash or if I'm going to do something a little bit more custom, but I don't feel like this project is so special that we have to go like full custom interior, custom upholstery, everything. If I put it back to a stock Fiero dashboard and everything, nobody would know the difference. You'd be surprised, most people don't even know what a Countach is. I figured this was a poster car that everybody knew, but almost nobody of my close friends and family knew what a Countach was. But obviously the diehard car guys, the Countach is just a household name for us. But this car obviously is not going to be to the spec of a actual Countach. So it's kind of more just a fun project. As long as I get running and driving, as long as I can get this thing registered in California, and there's just a lot of things that, like, it doesn't need to be perfect. Obviously, I'm gonna do a fantastic job on the exterior and all the body work. Like, it'll still be high quality, it's just not going to be Countach original, you know what I'm saying? So as far as exterior goes, I'm gonna go into detail on this just because it's one of those things you need to understand, really. So the Countach body kit, when you slap it onto the 1985 Fiero chassis that this is on, you could get the Countach body kit that was actually true to the Countach measurement, and the wheel wells wouldn't fit onto the chassis correctly, which is the kit that they got. So they cut the wheel well out and shifted it to match where the actual wheel on the Fiero is. I can't show you on the other side, but I need to do the same thing on the other side. Apparently the shop it was sitting at for a long time only did this one side. So at least one side's done, which should be no problem because we just fiberglassed an entire body for the freaking hyper cart that we're making. So I'm pretty much a fiberglass professional at this point, and I can cut things all day. But besides that, the front end is fine as far as just like measuring and stuff goes. Obviously there's a lot that's broken on this thing, and there's a lot that has not been fitted to the car at all. The doors are particularly sketchy. So if I open this up, you could see how not even attached and how little effort they put into this thing. So this whole car, they basically just went to Home Depot and grabbed a bunch of hardware. These are really crappy interior house door hinges. They obviously didn't think super far ahead where they were going to put the strut and the support and everything they need for that. So this is all just fiberglass and spray foam that they used to install this thing. So there's really no structural support here at all. It's just empty fiberglass behind this shell. There's no structural bars, nothing behind here. So it's not a very safe car as of right now. If someone T-boned you, you would have a bumper straight in your face and probably would die. So a lot of this project is going to just be making this thing safe as well as, you know, cool. Whoever was working on this did not do a great job. So it's kind of just a project I already know has been neglected and very poorly built probably. So I'm already starting from a base that's really not great. So I think it's just gonna be one of those projects that we get creative with, that just have fun with this thing. You know, don't worry about too much of the professional critiques that everybody's gonna give us online. So anyway, that is my plan right now. There is definitely a lot to do on it. Even though the body kit is installed, it's almost a ground up restoration still. We even have to do like custom door cards and everything because there's nothing here. Windows, there's nothing here. There's a lot of stuff that's just not here. Overall though, the body kit is sick. I love the look of it. And if it is registerable and able to be driven on the roads, this thing's gonna be so sick. Continuing with that line of thought, I am probably going to chop the roof off. There is no way that any human can actually fit in here comfortably. You guys can see the steering wheel is like 6 inches below the top of the windshield, and the steering wheel is not even like shoulder height, so try to fit your head in the last like 2 inches. It's not gonna happen. So my plan right now is actually just to cut the entire top off and make it a convertible. And as far as the Lambo doors go, as sick as they are held on by Home Depot door hinges, I think the game plan here, just so I don't have to figure out so incredibly much for the doors, I feel like I'm just gonna like fiberglass them into the car, because you can easily just step into the car and sit down and drive. And that's kind of old school too, you know? There were a lot of old school cars that actually didn't have doors. You literally just step into the car and sit down and take off, you know? So that's kind of my tentative plan, is just to fiberglass the doors in. And along with that, I want this car to be safe. If we can actually drive this on the streets and register it and get it plated and everything, I want this thing to be safe. And these are just fiberglass doors. If you get T-boned by a Ford F-250, you're gonna be getting a bumper straight to your face. So I wanna put big steel reinforcement bars across this whole door and everything. And if I were to just leave it like this, the hinge would be the strongest point on the door, and that would snap right off. So I feel like convertible conversion, fiberglass the doors in, don't worry about the Lambo door crap. So I think those are two good goals to shoot for: safety and comfort while you're driving it. But that goes without saying, we need to get this thing running first. So that's next video. I'm gonna get this thing running, if it actually will run. And I'm gonna clean the entire thing inside and out, just make it safe to sit in, the dust and dirt and everything that's sitting in there right now has been sitting in there for a year or two too long. So I need to clean it first, and then I can show you guys how impossible it is to actually sit in there. So the roof is going to have to at least come up. Like, there's no way around. We have to cut the roof off anyway. So we're probably just going to convert it, who knows. And I'm back on that YouTube grind full time finally. You guys know I have a weddings business, photography business outside of YouTube, and I do that full time during the fall. And so you guys can imagine as winter starts to hit, I'm actually winding down a little bit outside of YouTube. So I'm back on these projects full time finally. It feels like a long time since I've been actually producing videos consistently. So lots more coming on this, but if I do need to actually, in the meantime, if I'm waiting for parts or something for the Countach Fiero build, I have another project that I'm equally excited for that I will be doing in the meantime as parts for the different projects come in. I won't show you guys too much, but we have a new project we just picked up from Copart, and it's one I'm extremely excited for. So if we ever find ourselves on a snag on this build, or something's coming in we have to wait weeks for, you guys might see some other content sprinkled in here and there. I have a lot of projects I'm excited to do right now. So anyway, there you guys have it. That's pretty much the overview of this Lamborghini Fiero. I'm very excited to dig into it. There's obviously a lot to do here. And also, I never actually got the title for this. If it actually does run, like he guarantees me that it does, then that'll be a big win. And so that's next up. Anyway, that's the overview of the Lamborghini Fiero project. I'm very excited to share this with you guys, and I'm excited to tear into it and get this thing running, hopefully. If you guys want to see anything special, paint color, rim color, interior, what you guys think I should be doing with this thing, if it's more special than I think it is. I know these projects are pretty rare, and I found it in Tulare, California, of all places. So just let me know how much effort you guys think I should be putting into this, if it's just a more fun project, or if I should be taking it pretty seriously. Let me know in the comments below. I do read every single comment. I reply to special people. So leave a good comment, and I'll definitely reply to you. And if you could smash that like button, help support the channel and these projects that I fund myself, that would be great. Remember, every day is a gift, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.
Tell you the truth. Anyways, to tell you the truth. Tell you the truth.